Hey everybody, how's it going? Extreme Trends here. Now, we've all watched a lot of different cartoons growing up, from the classic old Tom and Jerry to Adventure Time. But there has always been a mystery associated with cartoons, and that is character faces. In some cartoon shows, there has always been that one character who seems to keep their face hidden throughout the show, and we never seem to know what they look like. That is until they mess up. So today we're going to be showing you 6 different cartoon characters who finally had their faces revealed in episodes of the TV show in one way or another. Starting off at number 6, we have Eddie's brother from Ed, Edd and Eddy. Now, who doesn't remember this old show? Airing on Cartoon Network, the show is a Canadian-American comedy animated TV series which evolves around 3 preteen boys, Ed, Double Ed and Eddy, who live in a suburban cul-de-sac in the fictional town of Peach Creek. Under the unofficial leadership of Eddy, the trio frequently invent schemes to make money from their peers to purchase their favorite confectionery, Jawbreakers. Their plans, as with pretty much all cartoon shows, usually fail, leaving them in various, often humiliating predicaments. The show seems to have a running gag of talking about siblings and their parents without ever seeming to show any of them. Eddy, for example, always talks about how cool his brother is, but we never see him until the last movie. In the Ed, Edd and Eddy Big Picture movie, which serves as the finale for the series, the Eds travel in search of Eddy's brother, and after finding his house in an amusement park, the character is revealed in his full glory as he reacts with the Eds throughout the rest of the movie. This is certainly a character out of many that we have always wondered about.
Still the troublemaking Eddie, I see. Stop it, bro!
At number 5, we have the nanny from the Tom and Jerry show. The classic show from the previous centuries make it almost impossible for people not to know about this famous cat and mouse duo. The show basically depicts a chase and shenanigans in each episode of the show, from scenarios all the way in the west to the middle of a Blizzard's club. The show was so popular that it has inspired several spin-off and reboots of the duo after its original run. But the version of the show we'll be focusing on now will be the original 1950 episode of the TV show. The episode we're talking about is the 48th episode of the show, called Saturday Evening Puss, in which Nanny goes out for a game of bridge with her friends while Tom has a party at the home behind her. After getting thrown out of the party in more than one occasion, Jerry decides to pick up the phone and call Nanny himself. Once she gets wind of what Tom is doing, she quickly makes her way home, and here, if you pause it at just the right moment, you can see Nanny's face as she runs home. It's also interesting to note that the character was a point of controversy, so much so that from 2011 episodes featuring her no longer aired on Cartoon Network or on Boomerang. At number 4, we have Cow and Chicken's Mum and Dad. Now, Cow and Chicken is an American animated comedy television series which follows the surreal adventures of 2 funny animal siblings, Cow and Chicken. They are often antagonized by the red guy who poses as various characters to try and scam them. The characters we'll be focusing on, however, are the parents in the show, who seem to always be shown as feet only. In a lot of episodes, we see their feet being used as well as their hands, but we never see their upper bodies. Now, there are 2 different views as to the identity of the characters. In the episode Cow and Chicken Reclining, there is a scene where Cow and Chicken search a closet and find human upper halves of what very well could be their parents. However, the more concrete theory is in another episode of the show, where in the end of the episode, the camera pans out and reveals that Cow and Chicken's parents are in fact only lower halves of their bodies with no upper halves. You could definitely say that these parents were topless.
Look, Mama, it's my new chair.
What service?
At number 3, we have Miss Sarah Bellum from the Powerpuff Girls show. The Powerpuff Girls is an American animated television series which centers on Blossom, Bubbles, and Buttercup's 3 girls with superpowers, as well as their father, the brainy scientist Professor Utonium, who all live in the fictional city of Townsville, USA. The girls are frequently called upon by the town's childlike and naive mayor to help fight nearby criminals using their powers. However, the character we're focusing on is Mayor's secretary, Miss Sarah Bellum, who, let's be honest, was probably a lot of kids' first crushes. She is often known for being the brains in the mayor's office, but for the longest time, we never see her face in any shape or form. That was until the 10th anniversary episode of the Powerpuff Girls, where if you pause the episode at just the right moment, you can get a clip of Miss Bellum's face. However, this view is short and her features aren't distinguishable due to her eyes and mouth being closed. But regardless, we'll take what we can get from Miss Bellum's face reveal, earning it a spot on this list.
Miss Bellum was my everything.
Coming in at number 2, we have Wizard Kelly from The Proud Family. The Proud Family is an American animated sitcom which aired on the Disney Channel and featured the adventures of a minority family and their adventures in the suburbia. However, interestingly, the plot of the show is that there is only one character that would make several appearances on the show with good graces, but would never actually have his face revealed to the audience. Wizard Kelly is an incredibly wealthy and very smart famous businessman who made his fortune playing professional basketball, a clear parody of NBA legend Magic Johnson. In the Proud Family movie, near the end where peanut butter is sweeping and spilling on the cast of the show, there is a brief moment where, if paused correctly, we get a clear view of Wizard Kelly's face, and it's as satisfying as you can imagine. There is also another moment during the show in the episode Sister Spice. There is a brief and partial look at Wizard Kelly's face. Not a full look, but it still counts enough to make it on this list.
Now here's the rules. Your mission is to get the ball into the opponent's goal.
And finally, taking the number 1 spot is Kenny from South Park. South Park is an American adult animated sitcom that revolves around 4 boys and their bizarre adventures in and around the titular Colorado town. The show uses a very large amount of recurring characters and has become infamous for its profanity and dark surreal humor that covers a wide range of topics towards a mature audience. One of the main characters, Kenny, has always proven to be a mystery to the fans of the show. Kenny's dialogue is pretty much always muffled as he wears a hoodie that covers his entire face minus his eyes, making him one of the very few characters in cartoons whose face is never revealed through conventional means. However, that doesn't discount him from being on this list, as there is actually one scene where Kenny is fully revealed to his fans. In the South Park movie Bigger, Longer and Uncut, the devil offers Kenny any one wish he desires. In the episode, he wishes for the world to go back to the way it was before the war, which meant he would also go back to hell. Before he returns back to hell, he turns to his friends and removes his hoodie, revealing his face and voice as he says goodbye to his friends before disappearing. This reveal at the time was one that fans had been waiting for, making it the number 1 choice on this list.
Goodbye, you guys.
So what do you think? Do you know about any other cartoon characters who didn't reveal their faces? Let us know in the comment section down below, and don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already so you do not miss a single upload. But anyway, thank you very much for watching, and I'll speak to you in the next video.